Okay, hello everyone. So today I got a great move for you that Barry Harris teaches in class. He calls it move to the relative minor and then to the minor with the sixth in the bass. What does this mean? Okay, so Barry says often in class that Monk used to call a minor 7 flat 5 chord the minor with the sixth in the bass. So what does this mean? You got C, right? Let's say we're in the key of C, right? The people's key. And you move from C to its relative minor, which is A minor. And then if A minor was a minor 6 chord, this sixth over here, the F sharp, put that in the bass, and you have an F sharp minor 7 flat 5. In fact, I guess some of the older sheet music, they would say A minor 6, and then the 6 would be in a circle, and that means you're supposed to play that in the bass. Kind of strange, I think, but that's apparently how it was. Anyway, so the move goes like this. The bass goes minor, minor with the 6 in the bass, and it looks like this. Now, there's a couple of ways of doing this, right? The first way I'll show you is just using the straight scale, using a scale of chords. And then from there, the song might go to the 4 minor, to the 3, 6, 2, 5. Might do something like that, or it might do. It might modulate to the 3. It might do a bunch of things, right? And we'll take a look at examples after this. I just want to show you a couple of ways of doing this move. So the first way, you just use the straight natural scale. Okay, so there's that way. The other way, you could use the sixth diminished scale. As we know, this is not really a C major 7. This is a C6 with a borrowed note. A note that's borrowed from the diminished that goes with C. And for more information on this, there's a whole video on borrowing, which I will link to in the description. Borrowing notes using the sixth diminished scale. So C major 7 in Barry world is not C major 7. It's C6 with a borrowed note. Okay? So if I just use the C6 and I come down the sixth diminished scale, I can do it this way. Right? Now, I have to add another one. And then, so to make it work in this context, I'd have to add a triplet rhythm. And that is the really pretty sound that Barry uses in so many songs. In fact, if I add one more borrowed note at the beginning, it's already starting to sound like one of our examples. The murmur of a brook at eventide. Then he does it again. Now, it's a little confusing because I'm in a different weird key. Let's take a look at how this applies to Stella by Starlight in the original key of Stella by Starlight, which is B flat. So, you'll have. And here it is. The murmur. And does it again. And again. See, you can really exploit the relationship between that relative minor and the minor with the sixth in the bass. So there's just tons of tunes that do, millions even. Not millions. I can think of a handful. But again, that's what the comments are for. So if you think of good applications for this, by all means, drop a comment. Let's share the conversation. You know, I would love to hear your thoughts on this. But here's a handful of songs that I found is a great way to apply this. So the first one that pops to mind is I Remember You. You know, I remember you. So the end of the song. When my life is through and earth angels ask me to recall. Here it is. Then I will tell them I remember you. Right? And I could do it all different ways. I did it the straight way there. Right? Or I could do it. Ask me to recall the thrill of it all. Okay, so that's I'll Remember You. Any song that modulates to the 3 is a great place to do it. I'm Old Fashioned is a good example. You know, This Year's Fancies. This year's fancies. Here it is. Are passing fancies, but sighing, sigh, holding hand, leaves my heart understand. Right? So it's another good place to do that. In the middle of the bridge of You Go to My Head, there's a great place to throw that move in. You know, you'll go, the thrill at the thought that you might give a thought to my plea, cast a spell over me. Here it is. Though I say to myself, so I decided to throw a little bit of an embellishment in there. Oh, now I'll do it in the sixth diminished. So You Go to My Head. Laura does it. You know, Laura is the in the misty night. Footsteps that you hear down the hall. And here it comes. The laugh that floats on a summer night. Here it is. Oh, do, 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 ever right. Recall. Right? You can fill in those nice moves. You know, you could go, the laugh that floats on a summer night. And then you could just go right to it. That you could never cry. Recall. That's fine. But, you know, what sounds great, certainly to my ear, is when you do something linear, something contrapuntal. So that's a perfect example to do it, you know. That laugh that floats on a down, do, 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 me. Oh, let me see if I can do this. Another great example. I Love You goes to the 3. That's another good place to do it. So, you know, I love you, hums the April breeze. I love you, echo the hills. I love you, the golden dawn agrees. Here it is. As once more she sees daffodils. And again, you can color it any way you want. I love you, the golden dawn agrees. Really nice moves there. What What other good examples? I mean, we could do this all day long. I was just trying to practice Let's Face the Music and Dance, which is another one. There may be teardrops ahead. Do, 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 do. Where do you think it is, right? It's at the end of the bridge. Check this out. You know, the bridge moves to the submediant, to the chromatic submediant, to the A flat, and it goes, soon we'll be without the moon, humming a different tune. And here it is, humming a different tune. And there may be teardrops to shed. Which reminds me of another tune, Con Alma does it. It's in the song. It doesn't go to the minor 7 flat 5. It goes to a dominant at that point. But the bass does that same move. Instead of doing this, it does this. It's a dominant. And then it does it again. I mean, you could think of it like a minor 7 flat 5 with like a sharp 9. So, just a handful of great examples to use this extremely useful, ubiquitous harmonic move. So crucial to the repertoire, to this library of music that we have. Please share your thoughts in the comments. Share where you like to use them. I'd love to keep the conversation going. If this is useful to you, please share it, like it, subscribe. And if it's really useful and you want to help me out, you can visit my Patreon page, where you will also receive screenshots of the above. I transcribed it. I'll post screenshots of this move and others. There are other full transcriptions and bonus videos and other goodies for my Patreon subscribers. So consider visiting me on patreon.com/Isaac Raz. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Stay safe out there and keep swinging. All right, bye.